Hello and welcome to another update video about Quant. Before we start with the updated analysis, just to mention, I took some of these reversal areas of the chart. I just had too many lines on the chart. It got a bit messy. Want to keep the chart clean, right? I take some of these lines off as well, just because it otherwise gets a bit too messy. So we're tidying the chart up and we take a look at the updated elite wave count. I want to label the current waves with you based on the latest developments, because in the last we're back basically in that area. I took it off the chart now anyway, but Quant obviously pushed through my target area even, so the bulls made a very clear announcements here that they plan to push higher generally. It's an interesting chart at the moment. It's one of the most interesting charts out there, and let's take a look. So overall, the assumption is that Quant obviously finished its bear market here at $40. We've been talking about that now for many weeks, and the chart is following through. What we haven't seen so far is an expected retracement, so the chart was even more bullish in the short term that I anticipated. So let's take a look at what that means. But yeah, the bulls are it's basically confirming that charts can decouple from Bitcoin. We talked about that before, and that we are generally in this bullish pattern, which is also, as per our analysis. It's just here that we were waiting for another dip, which hasn't occurred yet. So let's take a look at when the next dip can occur based on the latest price information we have here in the chart. So my view remains that this here was a first wave one to the upside. So wave one, an impulse, a 5-wave pattern to the upside. We came down in a wave two. We hit here the 50% fib retracement at $86, $87. We are now in the third wave, and let's take a look at how this can be labeled in detail. Oops, didn't want to do that. So let's take a look at how this third wave can be labeled. For that, I go to the 1 hour chart. We have a bit more detail. I'll just take here that triangle pattern out. Right, so we start here at the low of that wave 2, so I just need to do it a bit like that, and so my view here for Quant is that at the low here at around $86 basically, we started our move up in a wave 1 and we came down in a wave 2. We then have here another 1-2 setup, which I'm going to label in a minute. Then we moved up in a wave 3. That was a wave 4 triangle. I think nothing has changed here. And this was a wave 5 then. So this is now the 5th wave, which means these 5 waves complete the 3rd wave. We then saw a move down in a 4th wave, and we pushed higher in wave 5. And that can certainly extend now into this green box. We talk about that in a minute, but let's first just here the labeling for this one. So, and then in the 3rd wave, because a lot of people always ask how is it labeled, my view is that this would have been a wave 1, this here would have been a wave 2. Let me just 2. Then here the 3 to the upside, that was also a wave 4 triangle. So we had triangles over triangles here. And then we pushed up in wave 5. Now what I'm going to do, just need to again adjust here the degree. So, and then this is now the importance here, where we are. I did say previously that obviously as per this count, we could have finished already. And that this would then be a wave 1 in my opinion, and we're coming down in a wave 2. This is what I've been waiting for all the time for this dip. I mean, we currently see quite a strong rejection. Let's see. Maybe this is the dip I've been waiting for. And then we could say wave 5 was finished here. And I would then consider all of this a wave 1. Would consider this a wave 1, and we would then come down in a wave 2. So this is sort of the dip I've been waiting for. I know a lot of other people have been waiting for. Is this guaranteed to play out? No, of course not. But I can tell you a price target for that should we now really come down in wave 2. And the first indication that we are coming down in wave 2 would be a break out of the channel to the downside. Is this evidence enough? For me, not, but it is certainly a first good indication. Yeah. For me, I think the best evidence you can get that we are coming down would be a break below $161. Why? Because I mean, I would have to count this here probably as... It is a bit tricky to count this, to be honest. It is a bit tricky. I said that before because this last push was very long. So I can't easily count this here as a wave 1 without 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Problem I have with this is that wave 3 would be the shortest wave. Can't happen, right? Can't happen. So this does not give me a very clear impulse here to the upside, but still that is a significant swing low here. So I would want to see here, if we want to continue to the upside, I would want it to bounce at the latest there. Yeah. If it doesn't, then I think we come into this wave 2 target area, and I had a few questions about, you know, where could this target area be if we now really retrace in a wave 2. And for me, that target area would be located between the 50% and the 78.6% FIB level, so between $117 and $157. There could already be a reaction to the 38.2% FIB level at $173.50. Yeah, so this is the potential, but only really. And again, you see the problem here that we say, okay, evidence that you come below 161, but the problem is because this is such an extended wave, we're then already in the target area. So it is not giving us a very clear picture here at the moment, right? Sorry about that, but it is what it is. You know, can't do anything about it. That's what the chart is like because we have such an extended wave 5, and the wave 5 is really a bit problematic. I mean, there's ways of counting this, but could say one. I mean, we can say all of this here is an ending diagonal, right? And then you have your 1 here, you've got your 2 here, and then you could say 1, 2. So you've got your okay, 1, 2. Then you might have your 3 here, small 4 here, and a 5. And that would be okay. Why is that possible? It is possible because we can make it work on the lower time frames to count each of these waves as a 3-wave move. Yeah, this is possible in an ending diagonal. So we say, okay, this was an A, B, C. Then we had here a corrective wave down in wave 2, A, B, C, very small. Then the move up in wave 3 was A, B, C. The wave B was a triangle, a very complex count. Yeah. Then the wave 4 here, small, and the wave 5 up. Absolutely possible, not my favorite count, but you know, this is how I would be able to construct it to make sure that the 3rd wave isn't the shortest one. Take that off again. So yeah, and here the point, as you can see, because this chart has extended out so much to the upside, the retracement in the wave 2 has moved up to a degree where, you know, already at $173, it could theoretically finish its wave 2 if it comes down to that level. Yeah, we'll see. So this is one possibility, that we now reverse and get into this area and then continue to the upside. Yeah, not convinced this is going to happen. Not convinced, but it's absolutely something that would play out if we drop here much lower than this. Yeah, so if we get into this price range, it is quite certain to me that this is a wave 2 in yellow, and we would then push up in a wave 3. So even that is bullish with a short-term dip, and then we continue. On the other hand, it is also possible that we just push higher here in this 5th wave still into this area. And why is this so relevant? And then this is not the yellow count. So there is the possibility of the yellow count, 1 and 2, and then we carry on, or we disregard here the yellow count at all, and we say we are just here in the green count, and we've done our wave 1, we've done our wave 2, and we're waiting for the wave 3 target area. The reason I say this could just be a wave 1 or an additional 1-2 setup if we reverse now is because with $227 where we got to today, this was not high enough to confirm a third wave in green. Why? Because if we look at this, we want to see the 1.618 extension reached. That is $236. So we haven't reached that yet. Because we haven't reached it yet, I can't assume that this is a wave 3 already finished. So either it pushes higher into this area and would confirm a wave 3, or it reverses now and it would not be, in my opinion, a wave 3. It would just be another 1-2 setup that could retrace into the indicated target area down there. If we now, let's say, if we stay in the channel here, and at the moment I think we still are in the channel, and we move higher, then we can reach this area between $236 and $306 in my opinion. That's the 2.382 fib extension before we then come down in a wave 4 and would move even higher in a wave 5. And that could take us then to probably even higher, but let's just give you a rough idea, $327. And here wave 1 could then finally be finished because the green wave count then would finish off a larger wave 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we would come down in wave 2, but I can't give you a target for that yet. And then we would push higher. So that's how it would cascade higher. There is one more thing I want to mention to you, because at the moment we only talk about bullish scenarios. For Quant, there is also a bearish case, a bearish scenario. It is not my primary scenario. But the point here is that to dismiss or make the bearish scenario very unlikely, we want to push above $261. Why is that? If I look at the chart from the log, or if I look at the log chart, at the moment from the low here, I can only see 3 waves up. So it could very well just be a wave 2. Why? Because from the beginning of the chart, if I look at the Kucoin chart, this could be, what is this dinosaur here, by the way? I have no idea. A wave A up, a wave B down, and then a wave C up. So a 3-wave move up, and we could now be in an impulse down. 1, this is just a 3-wave move, a wave 2. But again, if we push above $261, the wave 2 will get very unlikely. So really, I could only, on the log chart, dismiss this bearish scenario as soon as we get above $261. Below $261, it is still a risk that, this is eventually going to roll over. Not my primary expectation, okay? But this is something worth mentioning because I don't want to make the impression there is only a bullish scenario for Quant. There is a bearish one, very clearly here to say it is not my primary expectation, but it's something we need to have from a risk management point of view on the radar. Okay, and that's my update about Quant. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.